Top 10 things that could only happen in America.
Where do you want to start? I guess at the beginning somewhere. It was a crazy beginning.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things that could only happen in America.
Is that
Cathedral?
Darth Vader?
That is Darth Vader himself.
That is sick.
For this list, we'll be looking at icons, customs, and events that seem to be unique to the United States, or at least would astound people living anywhere else. Have you
Wait, that was a church, right? A church with Darth Vader on the front of it? Why would a church have Darth Vader on the front? I like it. But why would I...
experienced or heard of anything that you don't think would happen outside the USA? It's a wide-ranging topic. Let us know in the comments. Number 10, a stock trading hamster. In June of 2021, a hamster named Mr. Gox became something of an internet sensation. Using high-tech versions of a traditional hamster wheel and tunnels, he would indicate which cryptocurrency stock his owners should choose and whether they should buy or sell.
Oh, that's a bit like the octopus that you choose like what team wins. Isn't it? Isn't it? So they just got a hamster and wherever that... Basically, they're gambling. They're gambling. They're gambling.
Of course, Mr. Gox has his own Twitter account as well.
Most people in wealthy countries follow the stock market to some extent, but Americans are particularly obsessed with it, though it has little connection to the country's overall economic well-being. Also, stock trading is almost impossible to do with any assurance, as evidenced by the fact that during his 6 months of trading, Mr. Gox significantly outperformed the accepted human experts.
Wait, you're telling me the hamster was choosing all the right stocks? Like he was doing better than the people? I need to get myself a hamster. I need to get myself a hamster.
Number 9, a cathedral with Darth Vader's head.
That's cool.
Cathedrals, temples, and other
Don't
ornate houses of worship are found worldwide. However, the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. is unique not for its size or complexity, but because it features a sculpture of Darth Vader's head on one tower.
You've got the face, the helmet, and he's got little tiny fists that are sort of pulled in close.
How did a Star Wars villain end up as a cathedral grotesque? Well, in the 1980s, the National Cathedral was undergoing renovations, and they sponsored a contest for kids to design new sculptures for the building. Darth Vader's head was a runner-up and made the cut. This does, of course, beg some larger questions as to what the cathedral was looking for in its designs. Anyway, we feel pretty confident that no other country has or would want a religious building with a Star Wars character on it.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Number 8, a supreme basketball court. Basketball is one of the most popular sports in the United States. How popular? Well, incredible as it may seem, there's a basketball court directly above the Supreme Court of the United States. It's not easy to play a game there, though, since noise from the court is audible in the chamber below. It cannot be used when the Supreme Court is in session.
Wait, that's the Supreme Court and the basketball court is above it? Or below it?
There's a basketball court directly above the Supreme Court of the United States.
How is there a basketball court above that? Am I tripping or is it in the sky?
It's not easy to play a game there, though, since noise from the court is audible in the chamber below. It cannot be used when the Supreme Court is in session. Furthermore, because of security, few people can even get near the room except the justices themselves, bailiffs,
it's on the floor
various
above,
clerks, and other employees of the Supreme Court. So if you want to play basketball without possibly angering the most powerful judges in the country, we'd suggest visiting a local community park instead.
Okay, interesting.
Number 7, Santa Claus running into power lines.
Santa Claus got into a slight accident, but don't worry, he's all right.
Although Santa Claus was invented in Europe, he has become a huge cultural icon in the United States.
What was that you said?
Children across the country believe that he will bring them presents if they behave well during the year. Hopefully none of their dreams were crushed in December.
Yo, imagine you're like traveling one day, yeah, you're a kid, right? And then you just see Santa stuck in power lines.
2020, when a man in Northern California dressed as Santa Claus
oh my god,
parachute into a maze of power lines and got stuck.
As people watched below, a pre-Christmas
how did he even get there?
Firefighters arriving to save Santa.
No,
we thought it was like an actual airplane at first, so we had to come out and see it.
Wait. I got so many questions. Right? How did he get there? How did he get there? Was he paragliding? Because like we know Santa's real, right? Obviously. But how did he fly into the... He paraglided.
Save Santa.
We thought it was like an actual airplane at first, so we had to come out and see it.
Apparently, he planned to distribute candy canes to local children. Instead, he had to be rescued by the fire department. While power was turned off in the surrounding area, fortunately no one was injured, including the rather overconfident would-be Santa.
Firefighters say about 200 people in the area also lost power following the crash. It took
Oh
crews
my
about an hour
God.
to save Santa, and he walked away unhurt.
Number 6, a palace of corn. The Midwestern United States has long been famous for agriculture, and nowhere is that quality more obvious than
What
at the
is
Corn
that?
Palace of Mitchell, South Dakota. The place is over 100 years old, and though its foundations haven't changed much, the surfaces both inside and out are covered with murals made of, you guessed it, corn.
350,000 ears of corn sawed in half and nailed into 13 exterior murals designed by a local artist, redecorated each year in a theme chosen by the Corn Palace Committee.
Every year, the artist in residence creates new, complex scenes out of different colored corn kernels, which are put on display for the wonder and astonishment of tourists. There's even a corn cam feature on the Palace website where you can get a live feed of the front of the building. Let's just say
Wait, is that all made of corn as well? What if the birds, like, fly here and start eating it? Is this all made out of corn as well?
South Dakota is not famous for its entertainment. Number 5, the time tipping paid off. Many visitors to the United States are disconcerted to learn that instead of paying restaurant servers a living wage, the business is set up so that they mainly survive on tips from their customers.
Right.
In 1984, instead of a tip, a police officer in New York offered his waitress half of whatever he might win on his lottery ticket, which is generally considered a pretty lousy thing to do. However, in this case, the waitress got her tip after all when the policeman won $6 million. True to his word, he split the money with her, and both were set up for life.
I'll split my...
Oh my. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I was the officer, I would say to her, look, I was joking, but here's $100. Free meal tip. She got a free meal tip. And he stood to it.
Ticket with him.
I picked 3 numbers and he picked 3.
Mad.
$3 million for her, 3 for me.
The story even provided inspiration for a rather over-dramatized 1994 movie called It Could Happen to You.
Lottery ticket?
With my luck? Be serious. No. Go, get the cat out of the tree or whatever it is that you do.
Number 4, going into debt for the
Bad.
dead.
Everyone started thinking
Yeah,
of
good cop,
healthcare
man. She split
as a
it.
business where the metrics
Good
were
person.
profit, return on investment, efficiency, and those aren't the metrics of health, but that's how we judge hospitals today.
The United States is probably the only place in the world where getting sick or hurt can bankrupt you. And medical
Okay.
insurance companies have the power to ruin your life.
Can't get a credit card. I can't buy a house. I don't
What,
see
because
me
he
ever
just
being
got
in debt.
injured?
Conditions have been especially bleak during the COVID-19 pandemic, leaving many families deep in medical debt, even for care given to someone who died.
GoFundMe says a little more than 3% of pandemic-related fundraisers addressed medical needs between March and August.
Unaffordable medical bills have long been a problem.
Rebecca Gale, a retired factory worker in her 60s, lost her husband to COVID in 2020. After his death, she received a huge stack of medical bills, and while insurance covered most of them, apparently Gale had only minimal coverage for the air ambulance needed to take her spouse from one hospital to another. The result? A $40,000 bill that she can't afford to add to her grief. Number 3.
Wait. It was 40,000 just for the air ambulance. Yo.
Laws protecting Bigfoot.
And you'll hear the stories.
And then he
What
said
do you mean
it had a
protecting
weird smell.
Bigfoot,
And he
an
kinda
icon,
walked towards it.
a mystery, a mascot.
Well, I'm definitely open to Bigfoot. What's the world without a little wonder, right?
The United States
Aye,
has some
what are
bizarre
the
laws
laws?
still on the books. Primarily, they're antiquated rules that no one cares about anymore or reactions to one-time odd events that no one remembers.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
However, these excuses don't apply to the laws in Washington state declaring one section of forest
Why is it when I was watching Family Guy, yeah? Right there. That reminded me playing 5th grader. The game.
a Sasquatch refuge, and making it a felony to harm any such creature. Legends about huge hairy hominids exist around the world, but in the U.S.,
That's beautiful.
they've taken a particularly strong hold, perhaps due to stories passed down by Native American tribes. There's no compelling evidence for the existence of these creatures, however. Some people might...
Wait, no, that's actually crazy, though. Because, like, chat, there's a few people that believe in Bigfoot, and there's more that don't, right? But the fact they got laws for it, if it is real, that you can't hurt it is crazy. That there's a law for it.
Hesitate to make laws about an animal of doubtful authenticity, but not in the U.S.
So what exactly did he tell you he saw?
He just said it was a very tall, hairy creature with the red glaring eyes were something that was very prominent in his description.
Number 2, an inflatable rat with free speech rights.
We went out, we really did this, we went out and we bought one of those New York City strike rat balloons.
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You can buy those. Anyone can buy those.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack.
Wait,
in that
what is
title.
this?
Who is the giant rat and why does he require free speech rights?
People that's in the public, they stop and they want to know what's going on. So it's a great tool to actually bring folks aware of what's going on. And when they ask a question, that's when we utilize that moment to educate them on the purpose of the rat and why we're here.
Well, the rat's name is Scabby and he's a symbol for workers' unions. If word reaches the union that workers are being treated unfairly somewhere, Scabby may pay the company a visit. As you can imagine...
Wait. Wait, so anyone can do this? So if your worker, you feel like your work is like treating you unfairly, you could just get this big rat and just stand it outside the shop or whatever?
Having a giant evil-looking inflatable rat by the front door of your business is not particularly desirable.
It is as effective.
It caught my attention.
It is horrible as well.
Evocative.
Something's not right going on.
Some employers suggested that Scabby should not be allowed near their buildings because he scared away customers. However, the court ruled that the union rat could go wherever he wanted, under the rights protected in the U.S. Constitution's First Amendment. Before we continue...
Wait, you've actually seen him? Like, you've seen it in person?
Be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified. In most countries and most U.S. states, it's illegal to privately own large predatory wild animals.
This is crazy.
Unfortunately, not every state has bothered to create
Beautiful,
those laws,
dog.
which is how Oklahoma ended up with the Tiger King.
You guys love like wild animals and stuff like that, and you guys have more like free rules about them, especially than us. Because I know that, so, like, who is it in chat that has a wolf as a pet? That's crazy, bro. That'd be so illegal here.
You may have heard of this fellow, also known as Joe Exotic, who was recently featured in the true crime documentary on Netflix.
I'm gonna try and get some good shots, so make sure y'all get me
I'm
some
not seeing
promo
this.
pictures.
People told me I need to watch it.
No, I want you up front with a still camera.
The king kept and bred a large number of tigers on his property, illegally sold tiger cubs, and killed adult tigers outright, which got him cited several times by the Department of Agriculture.
Wait, why?
What he killed Exotic in prison wasn't
what do you mean he killed him?
Tigers, though. It was hiring someone to kill a woman who criticized his behavior.
They discussed in detail. Follow her into a parking lot, cap her, and drive off.
Wait. So the Tiger King documentary isn't just about him and the tigers. He killed someone. They went to criticize. Oh, there's more to it than just tigers. Oh, we tried to.
To talk, and then they negotiated a price, and that was the wrap.
Tigers and hitmen and horror. Oh my.
I truly believe that Joe started the zoo for good purposes, good reasons.
The state needs to pass laws that this
that's so
breeding has got to
cute.
stop.
But as the money rose, I think his care for the animals declined.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips.
Tigers are beautiful, but would I own them? Hell no. No.